bakes like Christine. No one messes up like Christine. No one puts as much water in her recipes. Cause no single lifeline will save her from making the mush and the gush. You didn't think today was gonna start with a musical number? You thought wrong! Musical numbers at the top. We're switching it up. Welcome back! This is an episode of this series I like to call These Don't Look That Bad. That's where I bake something, cook something, try and make something without using a recipe. Only my brain and my small knowledge of musical numbers and... Oh, lifelines! I get lifelines! It was in the song. My lifelines are as follows. I could do a 30-second Google search of whatever I want. I could also phone a friend, a person who owns a bakery, a bouncer at a club, toe fungus doctor, your 7th grade lunch lady. Hold on, I've got this. That guy who held the door open for you like 4 days ago at the store when you were at the thing, and you had to run. You had to do this weird run walk thing, and then you said thank you, and he turned his back to you. Almost gave you a weird smirk type of scowl, and you're like, that was kind of rude. He held the door for me, and then give me a weird dirty look. What was the point of that guy? I could call him up. I can look at just the ingredients. Or I could just look at the measurements. You need a splash of that, pinch of this, a little bit of that. And the thing that we're making today is rum cake. Oh my god! Ever had it? I actually have had it for once. My mom said it was a family recipe. It's her recipe. And then I was like, oh, but where did you get the recipe? You were young, you were children, toddlers even, driving me crazy. My mom joined a women's group to hang out and swap recipes and watch each other's kids and probably talk shit about us, frankly. Like, oh my gosh, all the questions. She has so many questions and she's starting to break out to musical numbers. She loves to perform and to annoy me. She's a double threat. I think she said like someone from her women's group actually gave her the recipe. It's a rum cake. And the only thing I know off the top of the bat is that the cake has 8 ingredients and the sauce, we're making a sauce for the cake. The sauce has 4. And because it's a rum cake, rum, booze, alcohol, yippee-ki-yay, I'm also drinking today. Cinnamon sugar donut hard cider. Very good. Which is usually an ingredient in our recipes. That's really the spiel. That's all I got off the top. Let's make this cake. I was like, Mom, if I'm gonna do a recipe of a rum cake, I need to try it. It was very good. It had a good denseness to it. It was not dry. The glaze she put on it then like kind of hardened, but the inside kept like a nice texture. It's very hard to explain, and it goes in a specific pan, which I have no idea what she did with the pan after she made it. You know the recipe's gonna be hard when I don't even know where the pan is that it goes in. Huh? Guessing on the size, we did a 9x11, a 2x4, half an arm by half this can. I don't know where the pan is. It's like a weird, fun, almost like a bundt cake sort of pan. This cake has a hole in it. Now, the only ingredient I know that we need off the top, I've been trying to make this recipe for a couple of weeks now. Not cheating, I'm being upfront about it. We need buttermilk. It's cultured. It's met a lot of people, knows a lot of things. It's out and about, it's on the town. It's cultured, well-rounded. I actually don't know what cultured means. I think it means like it's been processed. Nah, oh, rum, we're gonna need rum. I don't think she's put actual rum in this because I was not getting tipsy off the slices I was eating. Maybe rum extract? Why did I say it like that? Extract? Extract. You extract it from the body, but it's an extract of a flavor. Huh? Why do we have 3 different types of vanilla? Is that because of me? Is that because I keep making recipes and she's like, I can't remember if she used all the vanilla because she puts it in everything. Pure vanilla extract, big bottle. We have imitation almond. Oh, this is almond extract. Then we have another pure almond extract. I just said we have 3 vanilla and I lied. I think it becomes more apparent every video that I can't actually read. But there is a thing of rum. I distinctly remember, I was bad at science class in like the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. But I distinctly remember anytime we worked with chemicals, they said, if you're ever gonna sniff anything, you waft it towards your face. Apparently, I took that knowledge and I said, that's for kids who get A's in science. Oh my god. Gotta get all up in there. Now, the booze in this house is a little limited. We have Long Island iced tea mix, peppermint schnapps, and Bacardi. This is bringing me back to the college days, let me tell you. Never have to make anything during these episodes, and a full episode, good, easy 40 minutes could just be me talking before the recipe. Like, editor Christine just sits there and is like, why so much footage? Why did you go on 7 tangents about tangerines? And you're like, tangents, tangerines, tangible. Easily to digest, they'll get it, they'll get it. Next recipe, we're doing something with tangerines, that's it. She probably wants to hurt me. All right, we have 7 liquids out here. What you do, Sugar Bear? Come here, so people can see you. You making your rounds? You wanna make rum cake? You wanna make some rum cake? Yeah. There's nothing up here. I didn't even put anything in the bowl yet. No one eats like Riley. No one sniffs out treats like Riley. No one is the cutest sugar bear like Riley. No one takes as many naps all day long, but always wants to get coffee. Oh, that's the theme song. Can they even see it? Ooh, you want a cookie? You want a cookie? cookie, walkie. I think in honor of the rum cake, we shall take a shot of rum. Oh, that's bringing me back to college. I don't think I've ever ripped a shot in this kitchen. Now, there were plenty of kitchens in college that I would stand in and rip shots. Hallways, stairwells, basements, backyards, bushes. All right, here's for the rum cake that we still haven't even attempted to start making. Cheers to you, to me. Yay. Yay. Do you poop out at parties? Get you a bottle of this stuff. Oh my gosh, we should preheat an oven to save our life. Every time, have I made a cake on here? Carrot cake. That was so many episodes ago. We're just gonna bake it on 380. I know we need buttermilk. How much is this? 1 pint of buttermilk? Let's not do the whole thing. I don't know, a cup of buttermilk. A cup. Why is this so thick? I was gonna say we should do a shot of that, but no, we should not. Y'all wanna take a Bacardi buttermilk shot? Listen, if your liquid leaves a residue ring inside the cup it just came out of, that's not something you take shots of. How do you make a cake from scratch? Usually it just comes in a box, and then you like throw 2 eggs in, throw it in the oven. The cake, we're gonna need flour, sugar, eggs. I don't know what the flavor is rum, we need rum, that's 5. You big dum-dum. Also, today is featured on the previous P.O. Box videos, if you watch those. I got these cool oven mitts. Bitch, I am the secret ingredient. This is the only ingredient we know of, is me. Do sugar, buttermilk and sugar. 1/3 cup of sugar. Let's do 2/3 sugar. I remember it being like a sweet cake. I don't know if that was the glaze doing all that or what. 2/3 of sugar. I'm done with saying sugar. Like it's 1 syllable. Sugar. Oh, it's 2. Sugar. You guys say it like it's 2 syllables and someone stepped on your tail and you're a cat. Sugar. Also in the P.O. Box, these cute little cactus-themed tablespoons. And I believe the bottom, oh, is a cup. I have not washed this. And I'm not gonna lie, I probably won't. We should do flour. Is that powdered sugar? I'm thinking like the sauce or whatever it is gonna be the powdered sugar. Is that some loose flour? Why is it creeping out the front of the bag? Is that the industry standard? Again with the smelling. Smells like rum chata. Oh, I love rum chata. Listen, one time in college when I went to a party, they were just taking shots of rum chata with like beer. Not a good combo, but we kept the bottle of rum chata in the microwave at a party. College tip for if you're at a college party, you don't know where to put your booze or your stuff, put it in the microwave. Because everyone has to open the microwave to use a microwave and they'll see your stuff and they'll either take it or they'll be like, whose cell phone charger is this in the microwave? You're like, that's mine. Okay, this is 1/2 teaspoon. I think we need at least a tablespoon, if not more. Should this cake mix be thick, not soupy? Hardened Jello. Well, nothing's like hardened Jello besides Jello. Huh? Look how freaking cute this little cactus measuring thing is. Oh, I didn't want to put it in the flour. I didn't even put flour in yet. Is there flour in there? Did I write flour down? No. We have no idea what's going on. Let's do a 1/3 cup flour. It's gotta be thick. Oh, do we need baking soda or baking powder? Let's do 2/3 flour. Oh my, we are not ready for that. I just noticed this is pre-sifted flour. Now that's what I want to see, because I'm not sifting flour. I'm just doing a tablespoon of rum. I know my mom had to buy like a whole new thing of rum for this recipe. So do you think it's 2 tablespoons of rum? Does the cake taste like rum or did the sauce taste like rum? Let's do 1 tablespoon of rum in the cake. Well, my hands are covered in it. How did I get more of that on my hands than in the bowl? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 ingredients. Eggs are a good ingredient. 1 egg. Oh, I'm hustling along today. I haven't stirred it once either. We haven't even attempted to stir. Should I whisk it? We both are here to have some rum cake, so we should whisk it. Oh, whisk it right. There should be a baking show. Maybe not my show. I got a good thing going here. Every minute of the show, they have to somehow break into a really quick musical number. Just about anything. Oh, the rum is an extract, and we love to extract recipes from family members and make them for the holidays. We love a holiday. That's a bad example. And that's why I'm not going to do the show. I know I should mix the dry and the wet separate, but honestly, throw that whole rule out the window because we had to start with buttermilk. This is mush and gush territory. Nothing makes me happier than seeing pre-sifted flour. Who is sifting the flour? Imagine if that was your career. I'm sure it's somebody's career or those high-end fancy bakers. That's Simon. He's the sifter. You need something sifted, something separated into small, tiny little pieces. He's your guy, Simon the sifter. And he himself, he's a little shifty of a character. You know what I'm talking about? Watch out for... Simon says, Simon says, stop ordering the souffle. This mixed up nicely. It looks like it's ready to go in the oven. So our problem is, well, I know what the whisk's problem is. You're gonna fall in there, aren't you? My bologna has a first name. It's M-E-Y-E-R. Yeah. My bologna has a second name. It's O-S-C-A-R. That's the most famous song about a piece of lunch meat. B-O-L-O-G-N-A. There's corn syrup in here. Oh, corn syrup might be in the sauce. Look at that. Now, baking soda spreads and baking powder rises. Puffs. Powder puffs, soda spreads. Is that right? We're gonna put the smallest little bit of baking powder in here. I don't think it needs to puff. I cannot for the life of me think of how much physical mixture we need. 1/4 of a teaspoon. Do I just make these level? That seems like a lot. 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Powder's the same as sugar, apparently. Powder! I can see through this sheet itself. There is 2 paragraphs of instructions she left in here. Who is that helping? 2 more ingredients. Do you call somebody up? I feel like chatting. Wait, do you think she'd pick up the Midwestern mom? Her name's Amber, she runs the account, that Midwestern mom. Holy cow. She does a bunch of like Jell-O recipes, Jell-O salads, like hot dishes, Midwest stuff, you know? She was at the Minnesota State Fair 11 hours ago. Should we try and call her? See if she picked up, I don't know.
So did you have your location on and know that I'm at a quick trip in Wisconsin?
No! No, that's so funny. I'm actually filming a YouTube video right now and I called you for some help if you have a quick second. That's so funny that you're at a quick trip. Today's recipe is a rum cake. You ever had a rum cake before?
Sure have.
Okay. Do you know of any of the ingredients that would be in there?
I cheat and use a yellow cake mix.
Do you? A yellow cake mix. Okay. I have supposedly, the cake has like 8 ingredients.
Lots of times cakes have a dash of salt as baking soda or baking powder.
Okay, salt. That makes sense. Okay, salt's a good one.
Wait, what is in there for oil? It's just buttermilk?
Yeah, oh, no oil. There's some light corn syrup I found in the closet that looks kind of new.
You need either butter, melted butter, or some sort of oil.
I think that's literally it. You might have just gotten me perfectly. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bye. Oh my God, she has such like mom energy in the best way, right? She's so calming. Okay, she said salt. I'm just gonna do that much salt. I don't know, I don't like measuring salt. It comes out weird out of this jar. Salt shakers are not made for measuring. Can I take the lid off and scoop it out? I sure could. And then she said we need some type of oil or melted butter. I wanna say butter. No, I think we should do oil. I feel like when my mom made it, the cake wasn't buttery. Talk through it here. There's a little bit of vegetable oil. Let's just do vegetable oil, because I feel like in a regular cake mix, you put vegetable oil, and she says she cheats and uses like a yellow cake mix box thing. But if I put a bunch of oil, is it gonna get loose? I like the consistency it is now. 1/4 cup of oil. Oh, look at that just pool in there. Get with the recipe, get in there. When your parents are like, if all your friends were gonna jump off a bridge, would you do it? This is the friend that wouldn't jump off the bridge. This is the friend that would separate itself from the pack. Vegetable oil never wants to be included in a recipe. It sits on top, it pools, it separates. This is the friend that can't go with the flow. This is the friend that doesn't like jumping off bridges and doing things kind of illegal and, you know, goofing off with your friends and having a good time. No. This person likes to be in bed by 8 p.m. Well-balanced diet. Never returns books to the library past due. That's vegetable oil. Since there's so much rum in here, I'm not gonna put any alcoholic rum. We're gonna put a little bit of my cider donuts. Oh, that was a lot. Oh, and it's fizzing up. That was supposed to be a splash. I was gonna at least finish the sentence before I dumped it in there, but oh, now it's too liquidy. We're gonna have to add more flour. Oh, crapola. Yeah, I messed that up. We're running out of measuring stuff. I'm just gonna keep scooping in 1 teaspoon of flour until it's, oh, that's a heaping teaspoon until it's back to where we want it. I didn't wash this one either. It might have a little bit of styrofoam on it. Came right out of the package. As soon as I get the recipe where it needs to be, I just like put something random in it. And it completely messes up like the texture that we have going. Because if I don't know the ingredients or the amounts, I go for texture. I go for what I think it's supposed to look like before it goes in the oven. And then I mess it up! It's a tale as old as time. That's like when you're running a race and you think you're in 3rd place. You think you're gonna get a medal. Bronze is fine, I'll take it. I just wanna be on the podium. Some guy comes running up behind you with 30 seconds left in the race and you're like, excuse me. You got a turbo in that tush? How'd you get up here so dang fast? And you come in 4th and you're like, what the only podium I'm gonna stand on is a hill of my tears. All right, this looks a little bit better. It's very, it looks like it's all mixed in. This type of cake that it gets baked like this and then flipped like this, it needs to hold structure. Now I sound like a baking architect. I don't know what to do with that information. I'm not saying. Okay, that cupboard's no. That cupboard's a no. I don't know where. Oh, it might be in here. This bowl looks like it's from the 1950s. Practically never been used and yet is beat up. Oh, we ain't never worked with something like this. That sounds like something they'd make helmets out of. Now, the one thing I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna have to grease this. Because if I'm gonna put that in there and then I gotta flip it, it's gonna be able to flip. Now you've got to sift in the butter. Simon, I need my butter sifted. This is 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm just gonna put it in here, swoosh it around. Pretty cool pan, everybody. This is like you doing a show and tell of all the gifts you got when you got married. Does everyone see this pan from Aunt Pam? I love that. This was a great addition to our kitchen because I love making rum cakes while I get drunk at our Thursday girl nights, which also doubles as a book club, which also doubles as my divorce lawyers hangout. I already have her on retainer. Aunt Pam, you're not getting your pan back. This is how I'm spreading the butter around. La 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 la. Pour this in and then this goes in the oven. It makes me very nervous that there's a hole in the middle of this pan. Like even though I know there's sidewalls, something is telling me that like there's a hole. There's a hole in the pan has a hole and you can't put the liquid in the pan with the hole in the hole with the pan because the liquid will fall out of the hole in the pan and the pan in the hole and put it in the oven! You know, my brain just doesn't want me to do it. Imagine I just start pouring this right into the hole. Something is not connecting. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's kind of frothing as it comes out of the bowl. This is definitely not enough. My mom's cake was thick, tall. This isn't even like halfway up the pan, but I don't want to make more. The ratios are gonna be off. I'm not gonna put a whole new mixture on top of a mixture. The top layer is salty and the bottom layer is sweet, and all of it tastes like cider. What did the kids say? Go for it. Oh, and I got it in the center. Would you look at that? Because when you have to bake and there's a freaking hole in your cake, we might have a little problem. She's leaking. That's like a lot of cake you'd have to make to fill this thing up. I don't know how much it's gonna rise, but still. I'm so disconnected from this recipe of thinking it might taste good. I'm expecting literally the worst. I don't have any hope. I'm confused, tired, and frankly, a little scared. But no, let's just go for it. Should we bake it? I don't want to be done. Oh my God, this milk's just been sitting out here. She put, oh my God, I bet you there's a shit ton of butter in there. There's 2 sticks of butter just sitting in the fridge. A butter cake is a rum cake, butter cake. Should I take it out and put a shit ton of butter in it? I've never taken it back out of the oven and put more stuff in it. Put these suckers on. We're going back in. Ow! Ow! For future reference, these oven mitts need to be up to here. It burned my damn forearm. That can't. Oh, and the oil's already pooling at the top. Oh no, that's the butter. What? Why am I in the freezer? You know what this recipe really has done? Is turned me into a damn little detective. I've been noticing clues left and right. Should I put more flour into? Like, we just need volume now. How much flour did I use? 2/3 of a cup? I didn't even use a whole cup of flour. Never have I ever made the recipe in the thing it will bake in. Haven't I literally joked about that? Rum cakes are different. Gotta get a little unconventional. Talk to the oven mitt. There's a cactus thing still in here. I would have been looking for that for days. This is another 1/3 of a cup. How am I gonna mix this once it's in here? Now it's at least a cup of flour. We're gonna do a cup and 1/3 of flour. That's the final count. Imagine me turning this around. You're like, and then she put it in the oven. I thought we were done for. And then she took it back out of the oven and performed a miracle. I'm just hitting the sides. It's like a lazy river. Was the Lazy Susan named after a woman named Susan? I would not like my name slapped on the Lazy Christine. I don't want my name slapped on a product like that. It's an app for a coffee delivery, third party that only delivers afternoon coffee. They don't even have the option to get coffee in the morning. Because that's the Lazy Christine. Okay, definitely thickened up. Give us a little bit more volume. I'm feeling a little better about the volume, but now it's a little chunky. Kind of looks like banana bread. Hello.
Christine, so I got the record too if you want that.
Okay, sounds good. Really quickly, you ever had rum cake?
Yeah.
Do you know like the glaze that you put on it?
Powdered sugar, a little, and a little butter so it's a little richer, and then just put enough water in so it's drippy, you know.
Bye, love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, that was my grandma, and that doesn't count as a lifeline because she called me. I saw her today. I was trying on some pants for an outfit she wants to give me. I'm very satisfied with what we just fixed on that cake. Okay, let's clean up. Let's not think about it too much. We gotta figure out this stupid glaze. Okay, timer's going off. Let's check on the guy. Oh, okay. The sides look burnt, and then the center is like white yellow. How am I supposed to? Look who's here, a little helper, a little helper. We're looking for treats. Also, we gotta move fast. If it's done, do we flip it? Do we move on with our life? I saw her put it on a plate. I got a whiff of like a wet dog smell. Almost like Frito feet, how dogs' feet smell like Fritos. Just gonna check it with a toothpick. Hers was not this color. Oh, it's baked all the way through? Okay, maybe it's done. I say we leave it in here while we make our glaze. Okay, I just remember my mom like talking about the glaze. She's like, okay, just come out of the oven, but I gotta put the glaze on and then let it sit. And it like almost like caramelized, crustalized onto the thing. So I'm gonna leave it in there to stay hot. 2 teaspoons of rum. Is it gonna be powdered sugar and corn syrup? I want to just look at the ingredients because I want it to taste good. My grandma was talking to me, now I forgot. I'm going to use one of the lifelines. Is corn syrup used to make a glaze? Let's talk about corn syrup glaze icing. Shut the... I don't even need to look at the rest of the thing. That is correct. Okay, but corn syrup is thick and this glaze needs to be thin. Oh my, maybe it's not as thick as I thought. We're going to use a 1/3 cup of corn syrup. All the ingredients so far in the bowl are just see-through. Only making recipes with see-through ingredients. And we're gonna need powdered sugar, and I don't know what the last ingredient is. What's the measurement on that? I don't know, whatever was left in the bag. Let's just stir this up. This spoon? Is this a new spoon? This is not our spoon. It's shaped weird. It doesn't have the grooves or the design on it. Where did we get this spoon from? How did I immediately know? Let's try buttermilk. The powdered sugar like does not want to dissolve, and this is getting frothy. It's like a weird glaze, and it's just like bits of powdered sugar. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna use our lifeline. I'm gonna look at the ingredients, not the amounts, the ingredients, and I don't know how to open this to see sauce. Oh, I looked at the amounts. Oh, butter, water, sugar, rum. Butter, water, sugar, rum, and I've used buttermilk, powdered sugar, rum, and corn syrup. Okay, we're just gonna... This smells like a 50-year-old abandoned cotton candy machine. There's a weird cotton candy thing to it. It smells like hollow. I'm gonna put this glaze I just made on half the cake. It's still warm. And I'm just gonna do what's right in this bowl. Okay, we're gonna have to buy a whole new bottle of rum. 1-ish, 2-ish teaspoons of the, hopefully the real glaze. Okay, like a cup of sugar. Oh, it would not be a true a Snaps family recipe if there wasn't water in it. That much water, that seemed like a lot. And then butter. Okay, we're gonna have to melt more. How many times have we melted butter today? I think 3 is my record. That's not correct. Half a stick of butter. We'll mix it with the same spoon, because it's fine. Okay, here's the consistency of this one. A little thicker than a soup. Even a little more thick. Here's 1 syrup, and here's the other. Oh my god. Let's try and flip this. This should just slide out of here, yes? Oh wait, should I do it the smart way where you like flip the whole thing? This feels like the #1 way to break another one of my mom's plates. She's like, you were flipping the cake? Who told you to do that? Should just fall out of here. Sounded pretty good to me. Okay, here's the reveal. Oh my. It looks like a fat donut, kind of. Holy cow. Oh my god. It smells like a waffle. It's heavy as hell. Someone ordered the 3-pound cake? Okay, hers was a lot more like uniformed. Like on the top, I feel like. That's a pretty solid cake. Look at that. Split it in half. The side with the toothpick on it is my glaze. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's pouring out the side. It's pooling. It's pooling. We're gonna have to cut the cake in half. We're gonna have to cut it in half because it's just gonna soak up on either side. We're doing surgery. Oh. That plan was never gonna work. Put it over here. Oh my gosh, look at the inside. Needed a bigger plate. I'm gonna put the glaze that I think was correct on this side. It's a very yellowy glaze. I feel like her cake was not yellow. It's like so much pooling. That glaze tastes great. Should I taste the glaze I put on it? Oh, it tastes very milky. Maybe that's a cream or coffee cake and a rum cake. Oh my god. I feel like the cakes themselves were not hot enough when I finally got the glaze on. So I don't know how much it's gonna soak up. I'm gonna let these sit for like 10 minutes at least. Okay, it's been about like 15 minutes. Let's try these. A couple of things that happened while I was cleaning. 1, went to go clean, dropped the bottle of rum extract on the ground, immediately opened up, lid popped off. a pool of rum on the ground, and a lot of it on my foot. I turn around to go get a paper towel, start cleaning it up. Riley's already in here. 3 licks into the pool of rum. And then also when I was cleaning out the bowls with the freaking glaze mixture in it, so I was cleaning out the one that was like the real mixture, I think, as close as what it's supposed to be. There was so much sugar in the bottom of the glaze. I don't know if the sugar got into the glaze. I had to scoop it out like sand into the sink. Okay, let's try this because I'm tired, and this recipe took me like 2.5 hours to do. That one is like that. It's like really shiny. And this one, like the butter reformed into butter. Oh, it smells kind of sour now that the glaze is set. Oh, the consistency is off. Oh yeah, that's something you would eat at your friend's house. We're really gonna have to work our way through this one. Okay, we're gonna have to start taking small bites and spitting it out in our napkin. The inside has a consistency of like old mashed potatoes. They're like crumbly, and you can see that like in the batter. It just looks dense. I have no idea how it got this nice golden crust on it though. Okay, that one's not good. This should be the same cake, but look at the frosting on this. Except all the sugar on this glaze was in the bottom of the bowl that never made it onto the cake. Oh my gosh, there's so much rum in the glaze. Can you get drunk off imitation rum? Oh no, it's all rum and sugar. How is that one worse? And that, oh, that's making my stomach already hurts. It's like my body sending up a warning flare. Surprisingly, this one tastes more like the rum cake that my mom made, but it's making me not feel good. Okay, the cake was supposed to be 4 eggs? In what world? 4 eggs? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, first of all, the ingredients say 9 plus 4 for the sauce, and my mom told me 8. So we were already missing an ingredient from the top. Mama snaps! I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm getting upset. The cake was supposed to be 3 cups of flour. My goodness. No wonder there's so much volume. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda. So we only did the powder. We didn't do soda. We put some salt in. 4 eggs? In what world are we putting 4 eggs in a cake? How would that have helped with how freaking dense this thing is? What? A cup of buttermilk? The buttermilk was spot on. And a teaspoon of vanilla, right? Instead of putting vanilla in eggs, we put oil. Okay, so eggs, oil. And then the sauce is supposed to be half a cup of butter, a 1/4 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of rum. 2 tablespoons of rum? Oh, there's no rum in the cake. Okay, how long is she letting these cakes sit and soak up? Because there's no... Does my cake taste like rum? Yeah. Yeah, it does. The rum tastes better when it's in a glaze and a covering and a liquid. It does not taste good when you bake it into the cake itself. Okay, I'm confused on this one. I'm gonna give us points for having not all the ingredients right, besides like 2, and the fact that it turned out like a cake and it browned on the outside, and you know, I feel like once I got throwing stuff in the bowl, like I was just confidently like using stuff. Bake 325 for an hour? Okay, we did 380 for half hour. No, we didn't have time for that. Cook water and butter over medium heat, then add sugar and rum. Let cake cool for a couple of minutes. Prick cake and prick the cake. Oh, you're supposed to poke holes in the cake, which I did because I was trying to separate it, and then you pour the glaze into the cake. I'm just pouring it on top. The glaze and the sauce was supposed to be hot. I didn't even think about temperature. Well, you know what? That's a lot of techniques I wasn't ready for. You know what? I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. It's edible. You could eat it. It's not the best thing in the world. It sure doesn't look pretty. It's very sugary. No one bakes like Christine. Fucks it up like Christine. I didn't even know we had to do so much with this cake that we flip and we glaze it. And honestly, I have no idea what I am doing most of the time. It's going in the trash because I don't want to eat it. I have a headache. Listen, if you want to make your family some of Christine Snap's family rum cake, you could do that, but you might not have a family afterwards. I'm not saying you're gonna, kill them off, but they might disown you. You're like, what are you bringing to the table? And if you say the damn rum cake, the table is gone. You're out of here. Just like your rum cake, we're gonna flip your life upside down. We're gonna poke holes in all your theories, your recipes, your big ideas, and then we're gonna pour in some nonsense into that. Chew on that. Oh my. Okay, I feel like the whole kitchen smells like rum. It's in my eyes. My mom's gonna be like, how'd you go through a whole bottle of rum? I was like, well, some of it went in the cake, and some of it went in the glaze, and then I made 2 kinds of glaze, and some of it fell on the ground, and some of it Riley ate. Just say that every rum cake recipe uses a whole bottle of rum. Disperse it as you will.